Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm going to be doing something crazy today. It's -2 degrees. I'm going to be going out on the course for your entertainment at Rotherham Golf Club and playing an irons only 4 holes using the set of irons I bought for our most forgiving set on a budget off eBay, where I'm building a set of golf clubs reasonably priced for handicappers, intermediates and performance. So we'll have 3 sets of golf clubs at the end of this series to challenge people with on the golf course this summer. But I'm going to show you what irons I bought for £130. I think they're an absolute bargain. And yeah, let's go out and play with them. Let's test them. Hopefully they are forgiving. I'm going to really need some forgiveness because I've just been on driving range and the ball is going nowhere. It's absolutely freezing. So I'm going to start off on the 12th hole. So the 12th hole here at Rotherham Golf Club, it's a straight hole. You've got the road on the left. It's about 362 yards from these tees, and this set comes 5-iron to sand wedge. So it's a 7-iron set, a full cavity irons. I went for Yonex because it's a brand that not many people think about, and it's a fantastic quality brand. And because not many people think about it, you can grab a great deal on the second-hand market. You know, unlike if you were shopping for sort of Ping, Titleist, they're the kind of brands that people tend to regularly buy. So £130 to get a set of irons of this quality for our beginners set, I think is exceptional. And we'll share a little bit more about these. I'm expecting them to go high because they're a deep cavity and a wide sole, but let's see. Oh, it was solid. That ball flight's lovely, actually. That ball flight's no different to what I would expect with my own irons. It's strong, it's not blown up in air. It's a strong penetrating ball flight and it felt absolutely perfect strike. I'll just show you a little bit of a close-up of this iron. When these irons are in the bag, they don't look as wide a sole as what they are because of the way that they've designed them with these sort of like lines. It almost hides the back part in a way. You know, you see that really, and then you kind of don't, I don't know, it just does hide the width of the sole to make them look a little bit more attractive. This is definitely not going to be easy today. That first shot is like a false sense of security because it's so cold, my hands are cold, you know, the shafts are cold, the balls are cold, everything don't feel so good. I mean, that felt exceptional, but there's going to be some trickiness of playing out here in this cold. And what I would say is when you sort of look at a full cavity set like this, although that were a great shot, it was teed up, I didn't require to sort of shape it or have a feely shot. There's going to be some drawbacks to these irons for like intermediate golfers. So I know there'll be people thinking, well, you've hit that so well, guys, why don't you just play with a set like that? Why don't you just get a full cavity set? But it's not that simple, and I'm sure in these few holes we'll find out, you know, why they are aimed at more of a sort of, you know, not so good ball striker, to be kind. Right, we've got about 165. I'm using a 6-iron. I would say that 5-iron's gone about sort of 200 off the tee, but it's really cold, so I'm not going to muscle this. I'm just going to hit it easy. Oh, that come off hot. That come off like a rocket. I think it's right at the back of the green. I don't think it's over. Maybe that's a sign of the first limitations of these irons. You can't probably hit an easy one so much, you know, like you can with a forged iron like mine. You know, that just seems to come off way quicker than I were expecting. So for a knockdown 7-iron, that's gone a lot further than I expected. I weren't expecting that to sort of go past the flag. It was a little bit of a knockdown. I've got a 7-iron here, which I'm playing exactly like a putter, weight 50-50. Shaft just sort of vertical, not length forward. Let's see how this feels off the face. Can you play a little touchy shot? Oh yeah, not too bad. Just checking it's not forged, is it? Because it didn't feel bad at all, that. I've not had a change of putter. This is just a putter that we've been doing a video with today, so for a nice easy 4. Not a bad start. Right, we're going to test something. I've got two DT True Softs, white and yellow. If I were buying these clubs, I think if you were a higher handicap golf, somewhat in maximum forgiveness, you're probably going to most likely be hitting most full swing shots. You're not going to be playing so many half shots and feeling, you know, like punchy shots and stuff like that, because that's, you know, I remember being that kind of sort of higher handicap golfer. It's not really in your armoury, so I'm going to play a full shot first of all with a yellow ball. That's the first one, which is right on line. Oh, it's at the front actually. I'm going to now play a really aggressive swing, because higher handicappers don't generally have a consistent club speed. So what sort of back to front dispersion is there between a good shot and then one that you really nuke? And that one really is a full send. Let's see where that one finishes. My eyes aren't that good, we'll have to go and have a look. Just move it off. I've just moved it off temp. I'll tell you what I have noticed is these clubs have come with original grips on. And gosh, you know when you're used to like good grips and then you go to something that's not so good, it makes the club, you know. Because I'm feeling as though like, I'm almost feeling a bit disappointed with what I bought, and it is literally only due to the grips being so poor. They come dirty as well, which didn't help, so obviously I didn't clean them, so when they arrived on an unboxing I didn't get that like satisfaction. But what I did think is, you know what, I can clean these up. So bit of soapy water, shafts have got all sort of like tape marks on where he'd put sort of parcel tape, you know, to secure them. And then grips, I mean, you can get grips cheap. They do need replacing really. I mean, I'm probably not going to replace them for what we're going to be doing, but if you were buying second-hand clubs, really consider how much it's going to cost you to sort of upgrade the grips, and because it just makes the club. I'm feeling like I'm having to hang on to these. Still plenty of meat on that. Right, can we steal a par? There's one thing with them irons, they're good round green. You know, just playing a little 7-iron chip and run, it's like, they're not fiery. They're for a cavity iron, they're quite feely actually. I almost had to check to see if they were forged on that first one. Bottom side, it were always a bit low. So this last hole's one of my favourites at Rotherham Golf Club. It's only a short 250 yard par 4, but it's one that you always fancy making a birdie on. And I'm going to play two styles of shots. What I really want to test these irons for is if you do get to that intermediate level, can you sort of like hit a low one into wind? Because that's where I struggled as a sort of higher handicap golfer is, and I needed to progress into intermediate irons because I couldn't control the ball flight. Everything wanted to go up. But can you do it with these sort of modern day full cavities? So first of all, I'm going to try to play a bullet 5-iron under wind, and then I'm going to like just a normal 5-iron to see what the difference in trajectory is, see if you can control it a bit. Yeah, I mean, that come out lower than I'd expect. It's certainly not wanted to climb, it's definitely knocked down. You couldn't have done that, you know, when I used to probably, what did I used to have? I think I used to have like X14s, so they were not even as full of cavity as these, but they just wanted to rock it up in air. So yeah, just normal sort of 5-iron trajectory really. I wouldn't say it's bloomed up. I wouldn't say they're sort of like really high flight or anything like that. For a little bit of fun, final one, I'm going to play a little cutty 5. No, not really, no. In fact, I'll just do one more. That's just sort of started left and stayed left. Again, you know, just not wanting to really fade. That's the full cavity obviously doing its work. So probably not the best iron for shaping, but probably good for keeping it straight, and reason why we bought them. So this final shot, we're going to play with the simplicity of a set sandwich, which I love the idea of that for a sort of newer and a higher handicap golf. To take all that confusion about, you know, what club to play, just sort of limit what you've got in the bottom end of the bag and get used to playing with just a pitchy wedge and a sand wedge. Don't be in a rush to buy a lob wedge. I mean, that if I wanted to open that up a little bit, I could, and then I've got a lot of bounce there as well, so it doesn't dig in. Right, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but it's wet, so it shouldn't roll too much. I'm going to try to land it nearly all the way there, even if it goes past a little bit. Sit. It's not too bad, at least we've got an uphill putt. So we've got a putt for birdie. I would have liked to have been closer, but just to start to, you know, think of concluding, I think I've got to remember I've only spent £130, which is an absolute bargain. You know, we didn't go for the cheapest full cavity set. We went for a balance between, you know, getting a good brand, a good quality set on a budget. So a balance of performance really and value. And I don't think I can really complain, really. I mean, if you want to get some budget grips for about 40 quid, they'd feel a complete different animal. So you'd still be getting a really good bargain. Missed it on low side again. I've enjoyed that though, playing with some irons that we bought for £130. So just to conclude, I think we've got a cracking set of irons there for our most forgiving set on a budget. I can't wait to put this entire bag together. If you're looking at buying second-hand clubs this season, this is definitely the series for you. Every Sunday at 9 o'clock, where, yeah, we're just shopping that second-hand market really and trying to grab some bargains. Guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.